Hey everyone, so we are here now in the next location that I'm going to show you. But hey, you know what? I'm going to give you another little piece of kind of like a little Jennifer humor here. Who here would like some Jennifer humor? I'm kind of winded right now because see, I had to climb some more stairs. Whew, and we are in the worship center, you know. But I kind of think, you know, when we did the roof thing just a few moments ago, I had to actually allow Andy to put my coffee inside his bag. And getting up here, I was like, whew, I need my coffee back. It's kind of like when somebody says they need a drink. For those of you who know me, you know I don't need a drink. But I always need coffee. Here's a little trivia about myself. But we're going to go back, you know, when we are in the worship center and you hear sound and you see the lights and everything that's going on. You would think that maybe down below where the tech booth is, that's where a lot of stuff is happening. But do you know there's stuff happening behind the scenes that you and I don't ever see is happening? And they got staff members back there overseeing it. They got a team of volunteers helping with it. But that is called what is referred to as the nest. And we're gonna come back here and we're gonna check out what they got going on. So check this out. It's kind of dark right now. So we're gonna have to travel through a little bit of a dark hallway, but it's not near as dangerous as those stairs. And so we're okay. We're gonna come through here and come on in here. Now, this right here is a really exciting area, you guys, because this is another tidbit of information. Right here is where our very own Pastor Chuck sits when he's doing his podcast. The podcast that he does, What's Up with Pastor Chuck. And so, but if you haven't subscribed to the Crossroads YouTube channel, subscribe. And if we're lucky, there might actually be like a little link down below to show you how to get there and hit that subscribe little icon and turn your notifications on. Just like we encourage you to follow us on our channel for disabilities, follow Crossroads. And this right here is where Pastor Chuck sits every single week. Couple times I've had the opportunity, I've been on his podcast once, which was a privilege. And I actually was able to do an interview with the Ministry of Set Free at one point that was videoed in here. And so that was really exciting, but this is a pretty cool space. Typically what happens is Chuck sits on that side, and where I'm standing right here is there would be chairs, and the guests, you know, whether it's one guest or two guests, would sit on this side. The beauty of that is that it still allows for social distancing, which is really good, right? But it allows for one person, two people, or even three people could actually sit back here. And then we have all this really like high-end, expensive, fancy, like if you think that what I have is fancy, this is fancy. Video camera stuff, and all this equipment here gets used. Now I'm going to show you another area that's actually kind of exciting because there's another room and we're having to watch out for all the cords so we don't want to trip and fall. No need to not get hurt on the roof to then trip and fall in here, right? That would be a huge bummer. So, but let's come on in to this space. This is where like editing happens. This is where they're looking on the screens. And so if we look over here, you look at all the monitors that they have. And you know that what they're doing is actually being able to see maybe what is being shown in the worship center, like when they show videos and we're watching the video on screen, they're actually looking at it in here, making sure that everything is going as it should. Also, what is really important is, do you know that they have a direct line of communication with the tech booth that is down on ground level here in the worship center and the people who are up here? So that way they can communicate. And so then when you have Chuck maybe that's saying, oh, do we have that slide up? Or can you go back to the next slide, the previous slide? Or hey, can we go ahead and play that video? Do you know it's not the tech booth down below, but they're communicating with people in here, and the people in here hit the proper buttons that makes it play to where you and I, when we're sitting in our seats for service, we're able to see what's going on. We have a person on staff, his name's Chris, kind of helps us out with everything that goes on with what's happening on YouTube for Crossroads and all the video aspects, all those really cool video stuff, right? So they take a lot of the equipment that's up here, and we have a guy named Jordan, and he is a part of the whole video tech team, and he helps us out a lot. And we even have a guy named Ryan and Addie that help us. And so you know what? There's several people here at Crossroads that work behind the scenes, sometimes at their house because obviously we're all working from home, but they also work in here to make sure that you and I have the best experience that we can have when we are here. Praise God, we've opened up the doors to the worship center, so that's going to be really exciting. Can't wait for you guys to come back on inside and experience a worship service with us inside. But all things happen here. But we're going to go to another area, this last area, and you know what? This is another area that I've actually never been in as well. This kind of is where their people's desks are, right? And so we have workstations. So here's a workstation, and they get more stuff done. I bet you when people want to take a break, they sit in that chair right there. Kind of looks a little comfortable, doesn't it? Do you think I ought to check out that chair?
Yes.
I think I should check out this chair. That way, if they ever want to get rid of it, I know that if I might want to be, you know, it looks like it might be a little comfortable, and if it was the only chair, it would be really cool, but if I had an option, I might not grab it. I'm just saying, I think a lot of people have sat in this chair, but it is a chair. Oh, a little big for me. I feel like I'm being swallowed in the chair. Let's see, there's something back here I've never seen either. We're kind of checking things out that we've never seen, but you know what? Shh, don't tell anyone that Andy and I got back here. I'm only kidding. We got permission, they know we're here, right? But we have this door right here where there is more equipment. And look, there's even a thing that says the backstage. I have no idea what's in that cabinet. And you know what? We don't want to look because we really want to be respectful. They let us in here, doesn't mean that it's our place to kind of look in areas maybe that we shouldn't look, right? But man, I hope that you have enjoyed checking out this area of Crossroads, seeing it from high above on the rooftop, all the way to backstage here in the nest of what happens behind the scenes. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, put something in the comments, and we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.